Welcome to Sex and Care. My name is Bartleby Ross.
Eve Monique, welcome.
So, on the cafe today, we are going to continue with the subject matter that we were pursuing last time, and we've retitled it How Sex Stay Young. And Eve, on the day that we did that broadcast, the New York Times was running an article about a psychologist out of Harvard. Her name is Ellen Langer, who's doing some absolutely fascinating studies about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, I can't believe the coincidence that we were talking about this on the same day as that. But she has been doing studies probably for, I don't know, maybe up to 20 years out of Harvard. And it's really at the cutting edge of psychology, is what the New York Times was saying. And this primary study, which actually was also adapted by the BBC and turned into a whole documentary called The Young Ones. So in this study, she took a group of men and she put them in an environment for 5 days. This was a very, very recent study. They were all like 65 to 75 years old, these men. And what she did is, in this environment, they created 1959. The whole environment about 1959. So she put these men back into that time period.
We went back in time.
They went back in time, 22 years or whatever, however many years it was. And she said to these men that you want to inhabit this time period, like live it as if you really are 22 years younger in every which way imaginable. And they talked about that time. They talked about Joe DiMaggio. They talked about the move of that time. And at the same time, she had a test group over here that were doing something similar. They were having, talking about memories, but they weren't inhabiting 1959. It was more they were talking about 1959. Okay, so it happened for 5 days. Yeah. Before they went in, they took all kinds of physiological testing was done on anything, baseline, flexibility, eyesight, hearing, they took blood pressure, whatever, all kinds of tests that they did physiologically. After 5 days, they tested both groups again for all of those things. And they found amazing results.
Yeah, tell me.
Well, they found, when they did testing, all kinds of things like they were more flexible. After 5 days, inhabiting something where they were 22 years younger, they found that, well, this was an amazing thing. Their eyesight improved.
Really?
Their eyesight improved.
You're kidding.
In 5 days.
Wow.
They also had another group that was looking at photographs, and they identified these people that they looked younger.
After 5 days.
After 5 days.
Wow.
So, and her whole premise, the premise of this woman, Ellen Langer, is that it's the mindset that dictates aging. And, of course, this study kind of points very much to that. And that has been the basis of a lot of studies that she is doing, that it's the mindset that is affecting the development of aging. She's also doing it on illness. The onset of illness is affected. How people stay in disease is affected by the mindset. So this goes to what you were saying. If people are having sex, for example, it's an indicator somehow that they view themselves in a more attractive,
younger,
yeah,
and more alive mindset.
A more alive mindset. I mean, because if you're having sex, I would say generally,
yes, you feel more of that.
Right.
You're more invigorated. You're more alive, and you also makes you feel younger and youthful, and even your mindset is like that.
Yeah.
Because when you stop having sex, your mind automatically probably is going to tell you you're getting older.
That's right. I wonder how many of our friends, say 65 to 75, just take that age group, and we ask them, do you feel like you're sexy, or do you feel like you're attractive?
Yeah, and probably most of us, if you're not aware, will automatically go in a mindset from the mirror. I am older, I have wrinkles, my breasts are lower, my butt is lower, I am not attractive, I am older, I am not sexy, and then you're not feeling sexy. While, on the other hand, there is this part inside of you that is ageless, that is alive and vibrant, and you're not allowing yourself to even feel that because your mindset is stuck and it is set in a certain way. And this is what I always do. If I need to feel more of myself, I dress up. I dress up in a way, and I'm almost 50, but I'll put on my lingerie at night, and I'm with myself, and I'm feeling myself within my lingerie, and I feel myself sexy, and I feel myself a certain way, and that makes me feel good. And the thing is, you don't need the mirror at all. You don't need a mirror. You don't, because that is just a visual part. It's only a tiny little part of yourself. That's your outside of your body, because everything where you experience sex and yourself is on the inside. And so if you just drop the part on the outside and you go inside of yourself and you allow yourself to feel like you're 25 and you're sexy and alive and vibrant, and who cares about that you have any wrinkles or the perfectness? I never had the perfect body, so who cares to even keep that up when you're older? You know, that's not a point.
This is amazing. And look, what Ellen Lang is saying is, if you imbibe that, if you really inhabit that feeling, it actually has your body responds to that, and you stay younger, you stay more flexible, blood pressure lower, eyesight improving.
Yeah, but even the feeling that people perceive of you is younger. Because like, I'm 50, but if I say my age, people always say, really? Because they never feel that I'm that age.
Right.
I have a youthful look. Well, I have wrinkles on my face, but my overall feeling is youthful.
Yeah.
Because my mindset and how I feel myself is not together with how my body ages. I separated them out because I want to feel myself differently than just how my body looks. And I think you can do that at any age, at any time, whatever your issues are, and then you can also find some more self-acceptance and love for yourself. Because really, if you let go on just on the outside appearance of yourself, if that is the main thing, that is who you think you are, you're missing out on so much.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think to this, Ken?
I think dance like nobody's watching. I think that's what I'm hearing. I think little kids go out and dance. And they don't care who's watching. They hear the music, man, it feels good. You move, you do what you go with it. And look how much joy and exuberance and vitality is in that young person. Is it because that person's young? Or is it because that person is allowing themselves to be young? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that does. My question to you is, what about the older ones, though? Are they dancing like nobody is looking, right?
No, I believe we're, well, I'm not going to admit to this without a little bit of hesitancy, but it wasn't that long ago somebody asked me to act my age. And I really don't believe in complying with that.
Good.
I spend at least 3 out of 5 days on green grass with 10-year-old kids kicking soccer balls around. I'm 50 years old today. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life because I'm physically, spiritually, emotionally more on top of my game than I've ever been. And I believe we're all capable of that. And I could definitely see how the feelings that we have, the sensory that involves sensory perception to me more than sex. I mean, that brings every sense alive that I have. Smell, taste, that feel everything. So if that's stimulated, and I have that mindset, it's going to have an effect on the outside appearance. It makes so much sense that these people, how you feel on the inside eventually becomes a reflection of who you are on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I hear you saying, and I believe it. I totally buy into that lifestyle. Have I ever associated that lifestyle with sex? Never in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But with what you're talking about, I can see a direct correlation.
Mm-hmm.
And if it works this much, just okay, I don't get near the sensory perception out of kicking the soccer ball with a 10-year-old that I would with being intimate with someone and having sex. So it seems like that would be putting that mindset on steroids. I don't know any other way to explain it. Do you guys follow where you're leading my mind to?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as the doctor coming out with that article the same day that you're doing a hangout on the same subject, wow, what synchronicity?
Mm-hmm.
I'd beg to question if that was a coincidence or not.
Yeah, it made us very happy.
Yeah. So would you like to summarize what we're feeling here at Sex and Care about senior sex?
Yeah. You're ageless. Feel yourself sexual, sensual. Allow yourself to have sexual interaction. Don't put yourself in a mindset, I'm old, I can't do it anymore, it's irresponsible, it's weird. No, go against everything outside, the media and everything. Just you are worth being sexy at any age.
And it's good for you.
And it's healthy.
And it is healthy.
And it will change your life and your energy levels and your state of mind is also, it will change your life.
That's right. And hey, as we all know, there's nothing like good sex, right? So go for it. Be adventurous.
And go to our store and explore and get some toys and tools and fun lingerie and go for it. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks. That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Have a good weekend. Have a good night tonight, Ken.
Hey, I'm